People were careful of them and they beat up. It's just like theater plates, too. The theater plates, they got very common about where they got jack crack on it possibly.
There's a big crack here, and there's a little crack right over here. Probably where that little silver came from.
Okay, well, look like it's worse than it's where you're confident in the bag aid. Like blow balls.
I took the rest, I'll tell you that.
Leftover Halloween candy in this.
I'm just saying.
Think the food.
What?
Holds like a rat service.
The world is out of shelf if somebody's moving. They're all back in play now.
Probably Jeff.
They're all back in play and and somebody of them are getting beat up. And they have to start behind and go around the pole.
I had to guess, probably Uncle Jeff.
Yeah, settled.
Alright. We're live, by the way.
Apologies for any background noise the stream might have heard.
I had to switch off the speaker for a bit there.
Yeah. Downfalls with trying to make sure Kraken and I can both be heard when the time for a Tuesday stream. We're live. I have unmuted it. Kraken and I are joined by our mom, apparently.
I was just waiting for the coffee pot as well, so I'm just gonna sit here. Right? Morbid curiosity.
Henceforth, Munchkin, as that's the affectionate nickname we've given her.
Alright, hello everyone. Welcome to the stream. Vegas Bear here as always with Bacon One and Kraken.
Hello.
Hello.
And today is a first. Kind of.
Hi.
This is the first time I'm actually playing a game blind.
Yay.
That's in, I've never played it before.
We're going in not knowing anything about what we're doing or what to expect. This should be fun.
All I know is the game's called Frogun.
Well, if we get to shoot frogs at people, we'll be fine.
Oh. Let me bring this up on Discord so you guys can see.
This ought to be good. The gun looks like a frog.
The gun looks like a frog, so we see if we actually shoot frogs at people or if it lets the things that we shoot jump around like frogs.
Or if we're shooting the frog thing.
That could be an option. Yeah, we got the flies.
The graphics we got going on here, it looks like something you'd find on the PS1 or N64.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, that TV filter. Oh.
Very CRT.
Hi, I'm Renata. I was going on an adventure with my parents. They're archaeologists and inventors. I love them. But in this expedition, they didn't want me to go with them. They said it's dangerous. Told me to wait at camp. It's been 2 days and I'm tired of waiting. I'll rescue them and prove I'm as good as them. This is adorable.
Right? Yeah, is the frog like we're gonna just switch to the like we're gonna switch with the upper switch and then let the top out and then still like a grappling. Pick up.
I love it already. The frog gun is basically being your tutorial guide. Explaining how to use the weapon. And yeah, it's basically a glorified grappling hook gun. With the adorable shape of a frog.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
And yes, there are enemies that look like flies.
I love this game
Giant,
already.
cartoon, googly-eyed flies. This game is so damn adorable.
by launching yourself places if you want the monkey in a giant plastic hamster ball that's being shot from the field.
Let us know. Maybe that could be a potential future game for this
Or
stream.
just monkey ball.
What? What'd you say?
Kind of like big hole in your
I
compass.
said that could potentially be a future game we tackle on the stream, Super Monkey Ball.
Oh yeah! Sorry, I
never
didn't
did
even
monkey ball
hear
by
that.
without- Like some of the field and I mean, right now, like, yeah. That-
I see a skull. I'm gonna try and find a way to collect it. I don't know. I actually don't know if I can.
Looks to me like this is the kind of like puzzle platformer.
Huh?
Yay! Get yourself across next to the phone.
Oh, that was dangerous. I can honestly see myself play this in my own time, in my downtime. This looks like a cozy little game.
Yep. All right. Damn, I just got a shit ton of achievements.
Yay!
Hold on. Hello? Yes, this is speaking. Alright. Alright, thank you. That was my dentist.
I should be expecting a similar call within the next few days to double confirm that I am ready for my appointment on Thursday.
Ah! Fuck.
Yeah, collapsing tiles are always the worst.
Ah! Well. And there we go.
Makes you wonder what kind of ancient, super advanced civilization managed to pull off some of the crap we see here. Floating platforms, moving floating platforms.
I'm gonna do this one more time.
And evidently, this particular ancient civilization had a place of frogs.
Evidently.
I mean, considering the seemingly game, I'm not surprised entirely, but it is funny. Evidently, this place has a less than savory reputation. Like, occasionally you'll find, like, because Kraken's not really doing too much of this, occasionally you'll find notes left by the MC's parents that had documented some of the stuff they found. One such note was from her mother, which mentions that this place has a, and I quote, seedy reputation.
Oh, I'm missing the wings. You know what? Not trying for 100% completion. Not yet, at least.
I mean, it is a blind playthrough. Nobody 100% on a blind playthrough. At least nobody should be trying to. commented on the music already, but I have to agree, this is actually kind of relaxing.
Yeah.
Risk of carbon dating myself on stream again. Remember when video game soundtracks used to be sold in stores? Like, you didn't see it often, but it was a pleasant surprise when they did show up.
I still find some. Sometimes. I mean, it's rare for me to find one, but sometimes I find video game, like, music in stores. They're usually, like, not brand stores, but whatevs.
I still feel like it's less common now than it used to be. Like, you cannot tell me that if Nintendo decided that they wanted to sell, like, albums of, like, various Pokemon soundtracks on CD or MP3 or whatever have you, that it wouldn't sell like hotcakes.
I mean, you're not wrong. They would do gangbusters.
Like, especially some of the more first celebrated songs, like I have yet to meet a single person who hates the Diamond and Pearl video game soundtrack.
Well, you just met one.
Really?
This is because Diamond and Pearl was the only Pokemon game I had for years, and I would... it was the only Pokemon game I had to play. So I would play it way more than I should have.
The overexposure factor.
Yep.
Okay, so it's not so much you hate the soundtrack as it is you're just tired of it. That's the vibe I'm getting here. That's still a fair feeling to have. Like, I'm not gonna tell you you're wrong. Lord knows I've been overexposed to some things more than I'd like to admit when it comes to music. I cannot for the life of me listen to My Heart Will Go On by its original artist anymore because of that. Like, there are certain ways I can listen to that song. Not by Celine Dion anymore. I think Jonathan Young might be my preferred version because at the very least, it's different.
Hey, what about the kazoo version?
I mean, that is bean fodder. That is bean fodder. I can't take that. Like, it's a freaking kazoo version. It's honestly a joke. I can't help but smile. The overexposure of it is why I think there are certain Linkin Park songs that can't listen to either.
Fair.
What I've done, especially. And I have only myself to blame for that one. I have listened to the song on its own without being attached to the Transformers film, so again, I only have myself to blame on that one. Did you Divide miraculously avoided that for me?
Oh, damn it!
But yeah, like, while I don't necessarily agree with the, dislike of the Gen 4 Pokemon soundtrack, I can definitely understand why you feel the way. So, no worries there.
Ah!
So, with that said, if you could have only one generation of Pokemon using on a easily accessible soundtrack, which gen would it be?
Gen 2.
Yeah. Yeah, no argument there. I'd honestly say probably Gen 5 for me.
Like, for me, the easy answer would be Gen 1, but I remember Gen 2 having some bangers.
Yeah.
Especially the boss fight against Red.
Uh-huh. There's a reason most people use that as their, end game final battle with the champion in anything in a Pokemon Let's Play.
Oh shit.
Or video describing thereof. Because, the versus Red theme definitely sums up the frantic energy of a battle against a super skilled opponent.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in my case, here's why I picked Gen 5. There are two tracks in particular I have in mind. End's theme and the Village Bridge theme. If you know, you know. Plus, Driptail's a bop. Like the figure. The region that's supposed to be based on various cities in the U.S., mainly New York, has some pretty energetic music in places.
Oh wait, is that the one where the frickin' that has the frickin' theme song? The one that was used in the How to Train Your Dragon.
The toothless dance animation? Yes, that was Driptail.
Hell yes. I love that song.
I gotta say, if I had to pick a favorite generation of Pokemon in general, it'd be, a three-way tie between Gen 3, 4, and 5. Because that's largely where most of my experience with the franchise comes from. it's familiar, therefore I favor it more. It's not rocket science.
Yeah, for me it's 1 to 4. And 4 is so familiar that, like,
It's too familiar.
it's
I
too
gather.
familiar, yeah.
It's a relative you see at a family gathering out of obligation, but still to kind of roll your eyes at. You love them, but you also want tradition.
It's the one that tells the same story every time you meet.
I think part of why Gen 5 is among my favorites is, well, firstly, part of it's due to the music. Another part is because I was actively like, I had gotten myself back into Pokemon after only being like tangentially interested via the anime up to that point, and like recently discovering the games in high school. Pokemon Black 2 was the first only new Pokemon game I purchased with my own money. Thank you. Keep down because there's a phone call in the background. Just so things don't get too quiet, why don't you elaborate on why you love Gen 2?
So, while I did grow up with Gen 1, I remember Gen 2 much more. Gen 2 just
Also,
had this
Gen
sort
2
of...
has the better animated song, Fight Me.
Huh?
I said Gen 2 had the better anime theme song, Fight Me.
Whoops. Okay, now I can backtrack.
Anyways, you were saying,
Yeah. I remember Gen 2 more fondly. I mean, yes, I started with Gen 1. But I have more memories of Gen 2. Plus, the cities felt like the towns felt more livelier. If that makes any sense.
fair enough. I like the overall aesthetic of the Johto region a little bit more than Kanto also. Kanto was very industrial, whereas Johto had a lot more of a historic vibe, you know?
That's because Kanto was more, was based more on, I think, I don't want to say Tokyo, but like the Kanto region of Japan. And Johto is based more on Kyoto, I believe. Which is, like you said, more historical.
So, there's an inevitable question that must be asked. Cyndaquil, Torchic, or for, Cyndaquil, Totodile, or Chikorita?
Can I say yes to all three?
Fair.
Because I love all three.
Fair, because that is very much the answer I'd give. I'd adopt all three in a heartbeat. After Totodile in the actual show was like, it was ridiculously adorable with his little happy dance.
I can see why they never had it evolve.
It would still be cute, albeit slightly less so as a Croconaut, and Feraligatr would definitely grow out of it by then.
Yep.
We'd basically have a water-type Charizard at that point.
Or
if they did decide to keep the overly friendly attitude and have it start biting Ash affectionately, which they could and would have done, and
yes.
did do with other Pokemon. Still, tie me down, demand I pick one, I'm still taking a leafy pear every time. I guess, call me stupid for picking the one starter that is like the most ill-equipped for the region, but I am deliberately going with the underdog here. Because Chikorita gets so much hate. Like, I feel terrible for the little thing. It's adorable. Oh, yeah. If not Gen 5, then I guess the next closest to my heart is Gen 3. Like, on some level, I am a Hoenn Reason baby. That was my first ever experience with Pokemon as a game. While my oldest living batch of Pokemon came from Fire Red, the first game I ever started, let alone finished, was Emerald. I'm still kicking myself for losing the cartridge thereof.
Did she just fucking dab? Oh my god.
Yes, she did.
Damn. Alright, well.
I do like the fact that, like, our default hat is like a frog-shaped hard hat with his little frog eye light.
Yeah.
say that the way the Frogun itself talks reminds me of the Andrew movie?
Yeah.
Oh, and now I know why the vibe I'm getting from the music in this game is so familiar. This track wouldn't sound out of place in Pokemon Mystery Dungeon at all.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Boss fight! Going back to the topic of the Johto region for a moment. Or not, the Johto region segment of the anime has actually my favorite Pokemon movie of the bunch. And no, it's not the one with Latios and Latios, funny enough.
Is it the movie? No, wait, that was technically Orange Islands. Is it Entei?
No. But it is a very, like, I do love that movie, but it is not the favorite one I'm talking about. It's the Celebi movie.
Right! I forgot about the Celebi movie.
Like, what can I say? Celebi is an adorable Pokemon, and well, I enjoyed seeing Professor Oak as a kid bonding with Ash and sort of seeing their friendship go full circle. Like, that was cute.
Oh, so okay, these the different dragonfly, I guess these are dragonfly, medals are for getting upgrades.
Makes sense.
So apparently, Professor Oak was a beast back in the day. Because supposedly he was a Pokemon champion. He was friends with Agatha.
And eventually had a falling out with her over her, the meaning of true strength of Pokemon.
And in, I think, the original version of the game, you were meant to fight Professor Oak as a secret boss.
In which case, he would have had the starter that was not chosen, which would have been a nice little full circle detail for that too.
I also believe I believe his main Pokemon was a Tauros, but don't quote me on that.
As far as Gen 1 mechanics are concerned, that's actually a solid choice. Remember, back in the original Gen 1 days, critical hit chance was determined by speed, and Tauros was no slouch. It was no Persian, but it was no slouch. Also, now you at least understand to some degree why Giovanni was depicted with a Persian.
Hey!
Because of the way critical hits work in Gen 1, faster Pokemon had critical hits more often. And Persian had one of the fastest speed stats in the game.
Makes sense.
And critical hits, as any Pokemon fan will tell you, they hurt a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Plus, it also gave me out a reason to present the boss's signature Pokemon there, because, like, otherwise, what exactly would Meowth's rival be? Like, some kind of Nidoran thing? A Rhyhorn, maybe?
I just imagine, like, Meowth looking at, like, the Rhyhorn going, how am I supposed to compete with that?
Hey! Hey!
Yep.
Hey! How?
Fuck.
Worse yet, what he's trying to compete with is a Nidoking. Oh no. Like, Nidoking with Earthquake was a notorious staple of Gen 1 meta,
Oh, yeah.
if memory serves. I don't know too much about how, like, the competitive Pokemon meta, so I am basically regurgitating what I remember hearing online. With, as we've established over the course of many streams, maybe memory is flawed. Since we've brought up the Kanto region, though, might as well. Squirtle, Bulbasaur, or Charmander?
How?
Call me a basic bitch, but I like Charmander.
I mean, I'd be kind of a hypocrite if I did, because remember that oldest living Pokemon team I mentioned?
Yeah?
My oldest living team came from my first playthrough of Fire Red, where I chose a Charmander as my starter. So, I legit can't, like, make fun of you for that, because I did the same thing as a newbie.
How?
Nowadays, my answer would vary depending on my mood, but most consistently be Bulbasaur.
he is the like he does. Bulbasaur does make like the beginning of the game pretty easy.
Remember how, like, whether Deva agrees with what I said or not, like, there was a design philosophy in the early gen Pokemon games where your starter choice was a pseudo difficulty option. Bulbasaur was the easy mode. As the Bulbasaur lineage's type coverage was decently well spread out across the entire game. Build the right team and you basically steamrolled everything, but you can say that about any starter you pick. If only I had understood that much when I played through Fire Red for my first time, and so I didn't stack 3 fire types on the same team. I had an Arcanine, a Flareon, and my Charizard. Except is, I didn't even consider the fire type coverage thing when I got Flareon. I just wanted it because it was fluffy.
There we go. That was weird.
To continue that train of thought, Squirtle would have been the normal mode. You know, going against the first gym, struggles in the mid game, comes back to vengeance in the late game. And Charizard, like the Charmander line in general, would have been hard mode for. Well, you understand by now. The first 2 gyms would be murder. I relied way too much on Metal Claw to get by, is what I'm getting at in Gen 3.
Now imagine not having that.
Yeah, when I went through the Gen 1 emulated kit version on the 3DS, I realized right away, there is no way in heck I am getting through this on a Charmander run without getting some form of backup. Of course, by then, I knew enough to know about the Nidoran thing, so, like, I wasn't totally out with without a paddle, but, like, I completely understood the frustration. Keeping on the topic of the starters equal difficulty levels bit, the person who's the starter for Gen 2 that shares Charmander's role of hard mode is Chikorita. Except Chikorita has it much worse. Charizard's big problem was that the first couple of gyms were completely tailored against Charmander, and then the rest is the kind of, you know, a steady, albeit difficult, uphill climb. Chikorita doesn't even get that much. The entire region is basically built to kill grass types. Like, seriously, think about it. Out of the 100 new Pokemon introduced in Gen 2, how many were either bug and or flying? Or poison? like grass types had it rough in Gen 2. Guess they continue that train of thought of what saying hard mode there. Remember that bit about the first two gyms being tailor-made against one starter in particular?
Yeah.
Well, in Gen 1, that's clearly the case for Charmander. Rock/ground type with rock. I say rock/ground because I don't think Brock had any pure rock types. It might have been Geodude actually, but still. Fire types did not do well in there. And the second gym was water. Basically, fire type's kryptonite.
Yep.
So, what's the case in Gen 2? The first two gyms are flying and bug.
Alright, I'm gonna pause here for a sec so I can go take my afternoon meds. BRB.
You ready?
people. And I'm back.
Hey,
I'm here. I had to take a moment to go look at my little I started keeping track in my one of my notebooks about how often I've taken certain doses of medicine because unfortunately the various medicines I've needed to conquer the flu have had different timers.
Oh boy!
Some operate in intervals of 4 hours, others in intervals of 12, and others in 6-hour intervals.
Shit,
Flu
man.
sucks. Get your shots. That is like all I can say on that front. The flu sucks. Get your shots, if at all possible.
See, I'm like kind of afraid to get my flu shot because not because I'm afraid of needles or anything. It's because one time I got my flu shot and I got the flu anyway.
It's not so much a cure for the flu as it is an immune booster. It's never going to prevent the flu outright. It's supposed to make it tougher for it to stick. That's the same for any kind of immune shot. Like, you're not getting it's supposed to strengthen your immune response to the thing, not so much make you completely invulnerable to the disease. Like, that's precisely why it's a vaccine, not a cure.
Makes sense.
Believe me, I was no less as I was no less confused when I found that out myself as a kid. But like, no, there is a difference.
It's just like I had the flu so bad at the time that like the thought of getting the shot is like it brings back bad memories.
Understandable.
It's like the pain response. You know not to put your hand on top of the stove because if you do, it hurts.
Yep.
It's kind of the same thing for me with the flu vaccine because of the one time I got the flu. Even though all the other times I never got it, this one time because it was so bad, it is now like it's now a response.
Yeah. Like I said, I can't exactly blame you for that one, because I've had responses like that too.
There's a reason I can't watch the Cash Run anime.
The what?
The Cash Run anime. The Cash Run Sins.
Oh, yeah, no, I've sat through that on Tsunami. I completely understand why you can't sit through that.
No. The reason is because I was sick with the flu. And I was nauseous. And just, like,
Ow.
throwing up. And just feeling like shit.
And it's basically just association in your brain.
Yep.
Understandable. But yeah, like having actually watched that show, it can get bleak and it can get brutal.
I am well aware of that. It's like Devilman Crybaby.
Like watching the amnesiac destroyer of the world slowly uncover the details of how he destroyed the world in the first place, and then ultimately decide, I'm gonna frickin' do it again.
Yeah.
Like that's not entirely what happens in this show. That's a massive exaggeration.
There are reasons why he did what he did.
Uh-huh. If I had to compare it to anything, pay close attention to the way Sonic behaves in the final battle sequence of Sonic the Hedgehog at the Black Knight on the Nintendo Wii, and you basically got the idea.
Hey.
Even so, like, where Sonic still keeps it relatively hopeful, Casher keeps it bleak.
Yep. Fun fact, there's an anime called Infinity Force that brings together a bunch of Tatsunoko heroes to fight a multi-dimensional threat.
Hey.
And those heroes consist of the leader of Gatchaman. I forgot his name. Casher. Tekkaman, the original Tekkaman, not Tekkaman Blade. And, I forgot his damn name. I always forget his name. Out of all the characters, he's the one I forget the most.
That doesn't bode well.
Hurricane Polymer.
Okay.
So, Yeah, this is sort of like an Avengers style team up of some of Tatsunoko's like characters. They were essentially brought into a different universe in order to help a young woman named Emmy, I believe. She had a... Okay, this is gonna sound weird. She had a magic pencil. It wasn't actually... It wasn't actually a pencil, that's just the form it took when it was in her hands.
Hey!
So it reminded me of Doodle Bob.
And, apparently it's a very important tool for creation and destruction. And there's a group of people who are after it, also from other dimensions. And the one thing I liked about that anime was that the villains could have been their own heroes. Like, in another universe, these characters could have been heroes in other Tatsunoko productions.
Interesting.
But they ended up going down the wrong path and became villains. But they also serve as foils for each of the heroes. A sort of like, this is what you could have been if things turned out differently. Just give me a second and I can look up some of these villains.
While you're doing that, I will mention that at the time I saw Captain Sin, there was another show I thought you might get a kick out of on Tsunami. An adaptation of, I think it was called Samurai 7.
Yes.
I remember there being like robot samurai in there, among others.
It was an adaptation of an old Japanese story. That I think went by the same name.
Yeah, like, they had this actually kind of neat semi-steampunkish world going on with samurai both human and mechanical.
Yeah, I remember it being an adaptation of a story with like it wasn't steampunk, obviously. It was like full-on feudal Japan, but the story was still the same. 7 samurai defending a small village.
Several of which do not make it to the end.
Yep.
There was another mecha anime they played for a while that I thought looked interesting, but I never managed to completely get into. Partly because I missed some episodes. I think it was called Aoreka 7.
Yo! Yo! That is like mecha royalty right there. That show was amazing.
I wish I'd been able to watch it more consistently because I only managed to pick up bits and pieces, and so I never really got into it. But Adult Swim Tsunami did play it.
And of course, the sources I find don't fully explain the villains. Hell, for one of them, it just says their name. It doesn't even. Anyway, I can at least tell you about Raja Khan. Raja Khan is a cyborg similar to Casher. He in his world, which is more like Middle Eastern, like Indian kind of vibes. His people faced a terrible mechanical threat. Raja Khan chose to sacrifice himself to become bonded with one of these with one of their mechanical enemies, which allowed him to fight back against the mechanical threat and save his people. Similar to Casher.
And naturally, there's a fall from grace here.
His people grew to fear him.
There it is.
Even after everything he sacrificed, they feared him and shunned him.
So, if you're interested, I was able to pull up the various Adult Swim Tsunami sketches. I forget like what I did and didn't see, but like it was I figured, you might recognize some of these names. Starting from May 26th till July 28th, 2012, which, God, I remember when that was the newest thing. I was still riding the high of the fact that it was finally back after for 5 years. Oh, who's this?
Oh, we ran into him earlier. His name is Jake. He has a snake, and he wants the treasure that's hidden in these ruins. We last met like 2 hours ago.
Not even here for the treasure.
See you at the finish line, Frog Girl.
My name is Renata! Renata! But yeah, the lineup for the aforementioned date, the additional revival here. Begins at midnight. Deadman Wonderland at 12:30. Captured Sims at 1 a.m. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood at 1:30. Ghost in the Shell, Standalone Complex, Second Gig at 2. Cowboy Bebop at 2:30. And then the Clockwork Jump kind of cycles through it again from 3 a.m. to 6 a.m.
Great.
From August 4 to August 11. On August 4th, 2012, Ghost in the Shell Standalone Complex to replace Standalone Complex second gig in the lineup. Which doesn't make as much sense to me. Like, Standalone Complex clearly came before second gig, right? So
Yep.
you're effectively replacing the show with a prequel?
You're replacing the second season of the show with the first season.
Weird.
Hey,
Those days were a little turbulent in those days. The schedule more or less remained the same for the split out. From August 18th to September 29th of that year, Samurai 7 and Eureka 7 were added to the lineup, replacing Dead Man Wonderland and Cowboy Bebop. The schedule then became Bleach, then Samurai 7, then Cash and Sins, then Eureka 7, then FMA Brotherhood, then Go to the Shell Standalone Complex, repeat until 6 a.m. The October lineup for that year. October that year gave us some good stuff. Still had Bleach at midnight, Samurai 7 at 12:30, Cash and Skins at 1, Eureka 7 at 1:30. Then Bionic Titan added at 2 a.m. Thundercats at 2:30. A full hour of Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood from 3 to 4. A full hour of Ghost in the Shell Standalone Complex from 4 to 5. And the last hour of the block was Cowboy Bebop. So, yeah, that was sweet, adding Symbiotic Titan and Thundercats to the mix. Your business focusing on platforming right now.
Oh, Jesus. Wait, what the fuck?
Yeah, Kraken's back.
No, I was trying to figure out how to get up here.
I'm just gonna go through and only bring up new shows when they're rotated in.
how?
For the night of November 3rd to November 4th, 2012, Konami aired their fourth additional hour due to daylight savings. Filled that hour with Inuyasha. Later that month, they'd add Tenshinmyo GX2 to replace Captain Sin. Inuyasha was officially added in the 5 to 6 a.m. time slot. Early December of 2012, they added Naruto to the lineup, replacing one of the episodes of Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Hey,
The schedule seems to be roughly the same going into 2013. February to March 2013, Soul Eater is added, replacing Samurai 7 in the lineup.
hey,
And so on and so forth. You described Aereka 7 as mecha royalty, so like, what's that about?
So, alright. It is... You know how people talk about how good, like, Big O or, I'm trying to think of another mecha anime. That would have been on Toonami.
Gundam Wing.
Yeah, I suppose. Basically, Eureka 7 is basically as good as that. It was a fantastic show. Okay. Think After War Gundam X. If the world hadn't been fucked up entirely.
So After War X minus Fallout.
Yes. And as a result of the war, the Earth became saturated with these, like, special, this special type of radiation that is usually benign, unless it's in very, very high doses. That can also allow, like, there's technology that uses this radiation for both piloting mecha and surfboards or waveboards.
That explains the surfing robots.
Yep.
Okay, if I ever get a chance, I'll check it out.
It's a good show. It is a damn good show.
Like, I'll admit, I was actually curious when I first saw it on Tsunami. I just wished I'd been able to watch it more consistently. Given its place in the schedule, I was usually either about to crash or I just flat out missed it. I was not yet accustomed to being a nocturnal cat, so...
Understood. But yeah, like, I love the characters, I love the mech design, the world building. It's just one of those, like, kind of 1 in a million shows.
I just, like, if we got another Super Robot Wars game that dealt with alternate worlds, lucky by the way, if we get another SRW game that deals with alternate worlds like that, I'd love to see how After War X and Aereka 7 interact with each other.
That would be interesting to see.
Well, we're actually the cast thereof. I don't think their worlds would be able to coexist.
Fudge. No! Damn it!
Yeah, we're kind of in the cave of death right now. Oh, right. Adult Swim Tsunami did air the Evangelion rebuild movies, I think they're called. So 1.11, 2.22,
Yes.
etc.
The rebuild movies.
Yeah. I remember that being a huge thing in 2013 for the Tsunami community there. Because the last time Tsunami had aired Evangelion was in Giant Robot League, and it didn't do too well.
Hey,
Because, go figure, trying to air Neon Genesis Evangelion on weekday afternoon Tsunami required multiple edits that kind of butchered the show.
I mean, I'm gonna be completely honest with you, buddy. I feel like, if anything, those edits would probably save people's sanity.
I agree, but I've been parroting the online consensus there. It's an ant and exercise gear.
Wait, he's only got 4 legs.
Protein.
Oh my god, you did not!
Oh god, it's not an ant, it's a water strider! Why did I think it was an ant?
Probably because of the antenna.
Probably.
hey,
April through May of 2013 added IGPX to the lineup, replacing Cowboy Bebop. I remember actually being curious about that one because, like we saw effectively a pilot as a total immersion event, and like this was the full-blown anime. July, One Piece added into the lineup. July to August 2013, the Sword Art Online and Big O Season 2 replaced Thundercats and Bionic Titan.
Damn.
And here I can safely say, I was hyped to see Big O return to Tsunami. I care if it was the second season and I was effectively going in without contact. I mean, it is the city of amnesia after all. Why should I remember what happened last season? I learned very quickly that I did not like Sword Art Online.
Oh, good. Well, congratulations, you have a functioning brain cell.
Like, very clearly, whoever wrote for this stuff doesn't understand video games in the slightest.
Or people.
Like, I don't know how you made Jesus Yamato look palatable as a main character by comparison, but you did! You made Jesus Yamato look less like a Mary Sue in comparison. How do you do that?
hey,
Like, when you give the biggest Mary Sue role of Gundam a break for a change with someone who's even worse? How do you do that? It breaks my brain.
I feel like one of the worst parts is how they treated one of their main characters in, I believe it's the first season, because it's like split into two. It's like split into two.
Oh,
like two
right,
arcs.
the one they held captive for half the show.
Yes.
Separate and stuff, but like they keep this part and
Yeah. Nice to know that the single orange cap brain cell does not like Sword Art Online.
I want that damn upgrade. I'm gonna go all the way back to the first level and beat the time.
Let's see here. August 2013, ARECA 7 was rotated out, replaced with Star Wars The Clone Wars. Probably the last time it was ever aired on a channel, too, before anything else happens there. August 31st, 2013, we had Evangelion 2.22. Took the places of Bleach, Naruto, One Piece, Soul Eater, Sword Art Online, and IGPX in the schedule because it's a heckin' long movie. The short film Kick Heart also premiered as a special surprise.
Kick Heart?
Kick Heart.
I don't think I've heard that one.
I'll open that tab and check in on that. The lineup returns to normal for the following weekend. October 19th, IGPX was doubled up to get to the finale a week early, effectively taking over the Star Wars The Clone Wars time slot. October 26, 2013, Cowboy Bebop and Big O were removed from the lineup and replaced with Fooly Cooly and Ghost of the Shell standalone complex.
Man, I love Fooly Cooly. Barely made any fucking sense, but I loved it.
Like, I had no idea what I was looking at when I was first exposed to Fooly Cooly. The most I gathered, it was supposed to be a story about how puberty, I suppose, reaching adulthood.
Basically.
That is about all I was able to get.
There's a story about growing up, puberty, and realizing that adults don't have all the answers.
November 2nd, 2013, Daylight Savings. It just aired some extra Adult Swim pilots, and that's it.
Also, Fully Cooley is technically a mecha anime.
Yeah, I remember the robot that had sprung out of the MC's forehead.
Not just that, but the robot with the TV head would eat the main character and gain superpowers.
Only in anime would that sentence make sense. That's why we love this meeting so much. November 7th, Toonami aired Akira.
Oh boy!
I watched it that night. I felt like I had my third eye open by the end of it. I had not been that confused since my first encounter with NF Evangelion.
If the movie felt like it opened your third eye, then, like, the manga, I don't know what the manga will do to you.
I'd probably ascend to godhood at that point. And I am not ready for that kind of power or responsibility, so please keep it the hell away.
Well, I will tell you, outside of, like, a lot of plot stuff in the movie, so, I mean, like, a lot of it was changed, obviously, because it's like, it's a long-ass manga, and you don't have that much runtime for a movie. But, the end of the movie? That's the halfway point for the manga.
Jeez.
To a point. Because, like, that whole explosion thing, like, Tetsuro doesn't turn into a giant baby monster at that point in the manga.
Implying he does still do that eventually.
Maybe? It's been a while since I read the manga.
Let's just move on here because I am not ready for that conversation.
All I was gonna say is like Tetsuro doesn't die. Akira, or not Akira, Kaneda, thank you. Kaneda, is sent forward into the future by like a month. And yeah, that's the halfway point.
Anyway,
the city is ruined and like shit's gone bad. That's the halfway point of the story in the manga.
Yee. So, a week after that aired on Toonami, we get Summer Wars.
I love Summer Wars.
Alternative title, I love Digimon Our War Game so much I made it again.
Our War Game 2.
Like, I am not kidding when I say same director, same plot.
Yep.
It's basically the same movie minus the Digimon branding.
Yep. And I fucking love that movie. It also helps. Well, it helps and doesn't help that around the time that movie came out, I had also lost my grandmother.
I
So,
feel for you, man.
what the characters were going through, I felt it almost felt like validation.
Hey,
We're in a winter level, it looks like.
Yep.
No, fuck, no. Because every game needs a nice level. A week after Summer Wars, which I will let you get back to that pet tangent in a moment, Victor. I'm just putting this out there. Was Full Metal Alchemist the movie Conqueror of Shambhala?
Was that the Brotherhood movie or the original movie?
It doesn't say Brotherhood in the title.
Right.
Like, it was airing the Brotherhood anime proper, so I don't know if this would be the Brotherhood version of the movie or not. I just don't see the word Brotherhood in the title. Anyways, we were saying about Summer Wars.
Yeah, I felt like I could understand what the characters were going through, because in that movie there's a grandmother character who ends up passing away because of the villain of the movie, Love Machine. What the fuck?
hey,
And having lost my own grandmother not that long, like pretty recently, in terms of like when I saw the movie. I felt a connection with the characters, essentially.
Like I said, you empathize. I suppose in a sense, it could be described as you felt being seen. Or something to that effect.
Yeah.
Either way, like, if it's a positive connection to the movie, then, like, more power to it. All I know is that, like, hey, when I first watched Summer Wars, all I kept grappling with was a very persistent sense of deja vu. Like, I have seen this before. Where have I seen this before? Why do I feel like Omnimon should be here right now?
Why do I feel like Love Machine should be yelling out Willis?
Why do I suddenly have Smash Mouth playing in my head?
how?
Why the fuck am I remembering Angela Anaconda?
Anyway,
Hey,
Stop making me feel old.
September 28th, 2013. Another film. This one was Trigun Badlands Rumble.
Oh, that was a Trigun movie.
Followed by a marathon of Cowboy Bebop for the remainder of the block for that night's broadcast.
Ow.
2014 was the Naruto Shippuden and the premiere of Space Dandy.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, they were hyping up Space Dandy. Like,
I remember the hype with Space Dandy. I never really watched it, but like I remember all the hype surrounding it.
so Space Dandy is what you get if you took Cowboy Bebop, Johnny Bravo, and some other third thing I'm forgetting off the top of my head, and toss them all in a blender. Oh yeah, the off-the-wall humor of Bobobo. This is Space Dandy. He's a dandy guy in space.
Oh boy.
Narrator's part of the show, man.
I got sent the hat.
That narrator's budget.
February 1st, Samurai Jack was added to the block, replacing Fooly Cooley for the 4 a.m. time slot. Yep, I remember that being huge too. Is that correct? I think it just says drop Fooly Cooley to add Samurai Jack season 5. Yeah, like, the more I look into it, I think, the more I think, yeah, I do still enjoy season 5 as a whole, but it has problems.
Which one was season 5? Was that the
one that premiered on Adult Swim Tsunami with the Daughters of Aku?
Ah, the continuation.
Yeah, it's why it was so hyped up, like Kraken said. It was basically hyping up the conclusion of the series. Which, again, I still enjoy it overall, but it has problems.
Ow.
Like, I'm not going to go into a massive rant. I'll save that for another time. But I will mention my biggest problem here. Spoiler alert, but Jack's big whole depressive arc was him thinking he had slaughtered innocents with his sword. But we know for a fact from a previous episode, his sword is physically incapable of harming innocent people.
Hey.
And we saw that in action. Good and or innocent people, the sword refuses to cut them. Aku tried to stab Jack with his own magic sword, and it just kept bouncing off him.
Maybe it was like indirect.
That was not how Jack tried to remember. That was really not how Jack remembered it.
Well, I mean, he of course he wouldn't remember it that way because of the guilt. Direct or indirect, he would still say it was all his fault.
Fair.
That's just the kind of guy Jack is.
Hey,
There's also the time travel mechanics, but again, a rant for a different time.
You know what? I'll rant for you. I feel like the time travel bit I don't want to say it came out of nowhere, but it felt like it did.
Like, my particular issue with the time travel mechanics is that Samurai Jack tried to be both linear and multiverse theory at the same time,
hey,
and failed at being either. Because if it's linear, then the instant Jack went back in time, the future where Aku is just gonna stay there going, uh-oh, should have instantly blinked out. If it's multiverse theory, then Ashi shouldn't have disappeared. Like, this is what happens when you try to be both multiverse and linear. Because, like, you gotta pick one or the other. You need concrete rules for your time travel, or else you're gonna get headaches like these.
I feel like I want to say it was linear, but because Ashi had, the blood of Aku or whatever, maybe that allowed her to exist just long enough.
how?
And then they released a video game to retcon the ending of the series anyway.
Was that endorsed by by the creator?
I'd have to look into that to know for sure.
Because if not, I mean, I don't want to be a dick, but
Like I said, I'd have to look into it to be sure. I'm going to leave it at a I don't know. Not very satisfying, but it's honest.
yeah.
The February to March lineup. Blue Exorcist was added to the schedule, replacing Sword Art Online. At least one of its time slots.
How?
Oh, wait, yeah, replacing it entirely. I didn't really watch much of Blue Exorcist, so I don't really know anything about it.
Basically, main character finds out he's a son of Satan. Also finds out that there are multiple sons of Satan. Apparently in this universe, Satan was Zeus.
Yeah, at this point, Why not?
Hey!
March 8th, Daylight Savings Time starts up again. Tsunami loses an hour. So, standalone complex and FMA Brotherhood was skipped for the week. Inuyasha was replaced with Symbiotic Titan in the 5:30 time slot. March 22nd through April 26th, 2014, Black Lagoon premiered in the 2 a.m. time slot, replacing Soul Eater.
I haven't watched much of Black Lagoon, but I will say, hot damn.
I was generally surprised to hear Amaro Castro Rivera has something to FCA winner in there. Or should I be even more coy and call him Kicker Jones? Brad Doyle played one of the characters in the main cast.
I'm pretty sure I know who, too. The one normal person amongst that crew.
Or should I be even more coy and call him Light Yagami? Yeah, Brad Doyle played Light Yagami in one of the Death Note stuff. I'm pretty sure they're having multiple dubs. But the only one I know of, he played Light Yagami. Let's face it. Any given anime, there's probably more than one dub. May 3rd, Attack on Titan was added to the lineup.
I saw the first episode, not on Toonami, but on my Xbox.
Hey!
IGPX left the lineup. May 10th through 17th, 2014, Beware the Batman was added to the lineup, replacing Dark of the Cell standalone complex. I honestly wish I had watched that particular show more consistently because it is one of the handful of Batman curiosities I still have.
Yeah, I remember, I vaguely remember, them talking about Beware the Batman, like, this is gonna be a different Batman show, there's no Robin, and I'm like, huh?
In my mind, if I hear a Batman show with no Robin, I'm thinking, oh, so this is year one then. Like, this has got to be early into his career.
Evidently it wasn't.
May 24th, 2014. The Dragon Ball Z film Cooler's Revenge aired from 12 a.m. to 1 a.m. with ramping Bleed and Space Dandy. The following week, the schedule returned to normal. July 5th, 2014, the episodes of Space Dandy, Return to Tsunami, Attack on Titan, and Bleach were preempted in favor of the final two episodes of Space Dandy Season 1. The first episode of season 2 aired at 12:30. Weather returned to normal in the weeks following that. In the late July, early August lineup, they were the Batman and Black Lagoon swapped time slots. Bebop returned to the lineup, Symbiotic Titan left, and Samurai Jack moved to a different time slot.
Once again, my thoughts on Black Lagoon. Hot damn.
Ooh.
I am a simple man.
There's nothing wrong with that. Oh my goodness.
August 16th through 23rd, 2014. Blue Exorcist is replaced in the lineup by Tengen Toma Gurren Lagann. On August 23rd, the short film The Birth of Captain Murphy made its Konami premiere during a commercial break. August 30th, 2014, Space Dandy was moved into the 11:30 p.m. time slot and was followed by an Attack on Titan marathon from midnight to 6 a.m. Recall exactly how I operated that night. I turned the TV off after Space Dandy was over and went to bed. Because at that point I was convinced I am not super into Attack on Titan. I didn't hate the show, it just wasn't for me.
I wasn't a big fan of it either, and then I heard about one of the twists, and then I heard how the show ended, and I'm like, oh.
Glad I drove off the bandwagon while it was still new.
Best way to describe the ending, they turned Eren Yeager into Light Yagami.
Oh no!
And it ended just how you would think.
Well, no thanks. Not for me.
If anything, I would say it ended worse off for Eren's people because he facilitated a genocide.
Wait a minute. Are we sure he pulled a Light Yagami or did he pull a Lucy Britannia?
Okay.
I would say a Light Yagami because Lelouch pretended to be the villain in the end.
He fixed the better of the timeline.
Eren Yeager had no allusions to the fact that, yes, he was committing genocide. He knew what he was doing.
Fair enough. Following week, the schedule returns to normal. September 13th, Black Lagoon and Naruto were replaced with Hellsing Ultimate.
Once again, hot damn.
Yeah, you can tell that, especially in the early years of its revival, Toonami was definitely trying. They didn't have like super duper plentiful resources, but they were trying. Arguably, I can say the same of them now. Like, they're doing their best with what they got. September 27th, 2014, due to the write-off of the Beware the Batman by Cartoon Network and its impending removal from the Toonami lineup, there was a Beware the Batman blowout marathon that aired the final 7 episodes of the series that night. Quick, air the episodes before we legally can't anymore!
What the fuck is Jake doing? Okay, kid. Okay. Yeah, he does seem to have the brain of a lizard.
Ouch! You can tell it's to another race. It was a mistake would probably be a protagonist for his own game.
He is actually he is protect. Ow! Fuck you, kid! How do you get ahead of me? Oh.
Hey!
I think he's player 2 in the sequel.
Fair enough, he's very much built like he could be. There's similar skill sets to the player in the first game here.
Ah, shit.
October 4th, 2014. Beware the Batman and Star Wars The Clone Wars are replaced with Ghost in the Shell standalone complex that can gig in 4 a.m. time slot.
And because I didn't...
in the 5 a.m. time slot.
What? In the 5 a.m. time slot?
Big O Season 2.
Ah. And because I didn't say it before, Ghost in the Shell standalone complex Season 1 and 2. Hot damn.
Since Eddie was moved to 3 a.m. and Cowboy Bebop was moved up to 3:30 a.m. October 11th, Space Dandy was preempted by an extra-long episode of Hellsing Ultimate from 2 to 3:30 a.m. Two shows. November 1st of that year, Cooler's Revenge and Dragon Ball Z Cooler's Revenge aired during the extra hour of daylight savings time. November 8, 2014, Bleach was replaced by Dragon Ball Z Kai. And thus, a titan of anime is welcomed home. Would you believe that until Dragon Ball Z Kai returned to Toonami, it had been airing on Nicktoons Network of all places?
Yes. Because I remember that.
And Naruto Shippuden was on Disney.
That I don't remember. What the fuck?
Disney XD aired Shippuden episodes for a while.
Okay, after this boss, I'm gonna... Wait. The hat guy's not here. Anyway, after this boss, I'm gonna call it, because we're at 2 hours and 17 minutes.
Fair enough. Oh, what I gather, this is a puzzle platformer. Let's see. Crossing Ultimate was the best of replace the senior after the final act. Full Metal Alchemist, Mr. Star Violas, premiere occurred at 1:30 a.m. on December 15th, 2014. The 20th 2014 Game of Dragon Ball Broly, the legendary Super Saiyan. And Akira again. December 27th, we have a Bulls Evangelion regional films available at the time.
I still remember making the joke that the last Rebuild movie would just be like an hour and 30 minutes of Hideki Anno just flipping people off and just like laughing. Technically, I wasn't wrong.
Third, brought up the Shuffles, Deadman Wonderland, and IGTX were added to the block, replacing Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood and Big O Season 2.
Dead Man Wonderland?
Dead Man Wonderland.
Cool.
It had previously been on the block in its initial revival phase.
Were you expecting me to say hot damn again?
Maybe.
No, not for that show. That show's fucked.
Just a bit. I'm living kind of is, but like, yeah. What if prison was a death case? Oh, because you're gonna get hit by that. Never mind.
Yikes. Konami lost 2 of its time slots in January 2015 due to apparently low ratings.
For like 5 or 6 bucks.
Take a Titan and Samurai Jack in the process. February 7th, Konami lost the 11:30 to midnight time slot and the 3:30 to 5 a.m. time slot due to low ratings. Losing Bleach, Space Dandy, Cowboy Bebop, and Ghost in the Shell standalone complex second king in the process.
Oh!
lineup is completely reshuffled.
Oh my god. Dark
Holy
Evil.
moly. The block at this point, I feel like I should read out the actual schedule to take stock here for a bit. The block at this point consisted of Dragon Ball Z Kai at midnight, Kill la Kill at 12:30, Naruto Shippuden at 1 a.m., Inuyasha Battle Axe at 1:30, Yurimagan at 2, One Piece at 2:30, Sandman Wonderland at 3.
Hey! What?
Damn it! That's tough.
Yeah, it's not good.
I remember people were starting to freak out online when Tsunami started losing time slots. Like, oh god, is it gonna get canceled again? No. Chill. It lost time slots a couple of times during its initial run anyway. As the ratings fluctuate, time slots will come and go. This happens all the time. Oh, I'll get us to a current schedule in a moment. Like, I just go through some of its older stuff. Skipping ahead to the current lineup. The lineup as of January 4th to 11th. Let's find the correct. There we go. Alright, January 3rd through 10th, 2026. Tsunami consists of Bleach, The 1,000-Year Blood War at 12, Blue Exorcist at 12:30, Mashal, Magic and Muscle Pulls at 1 a.m., One Piece at 1:30, Dawn to Dawn at 2 a.m., yep, look there for a few months. Dragon Ball Diamond at 2:30, Zom 100, Bucket List of the Dead at 3, and the dubbed version of Rick and Morty, the anime, at 3:30.
I forgot that existed.
Only it wasn't like right there smack dab.
I know.
Alright, time to finally take a look at whatever the heck kick part was.
Is it oh, it's medical truck.
Alright, well.
Before we do our sign off, Kick Hard is a Japanese animated short film produced by Production IG through crowdfunding via Kickstarter and created by Masaki Yuasa, the creator of Mind Game. Film follows Romeo Maki, a professional wrestler going by the name of Maskman M, as well as CEO of an orphanage where the roof leaks and a quote-unquote python has taken over the toilets. Working there is a novice nun sister Juliet, who, unknown to Maki, moonlights as another wrestler, Lady S. The two meet in a $50,000 winner-take-all bout where they discover how well matched they truly are. He gets off on pain, while she loves inflicting it.
Oh, I.
The North American premiere was held at the Los Angeles Convention Center during Anime Expo 2013 on July 5th. The short film is rated TV-14 SV.
I would believe it. She's wrestler. She's S and he's M.
Oh my god!
Good night, everybody!
Good night, everybody!
Not. Oh god! Yay!
Alright, so, yes, this has been Vegas Bear 92.
And Kumon with Kraken.
We may play this game on Tuesdays for as long as it'll last, because this is fun.
The type of thing that only gets produced by crowdfunding. Oh, like, holy crap. Well, maybe not, but it definitely helped. Oh my goodness.
So, yes. If you like what we do and want to see us keep doing it, feel free to support us in any way you wish, whether it be monetarily or through engagement. Every little bit helps. And no stream tomorrow because I have a dentist appointment.
Good luck with your teeth, your shiny teeth, and you. Yes, I will.
And
Yeah, Powerline had better one-offs anyway.
Powerline did. I don't know, we were talking about that the other day at work too, but we did.
Like,
somebody had recently seen the Goofy movie. I think that's probably how we got on that conversation.
I don't care what anybody says. Powerline had better songs than Chip Scarlark any day.
Yes. Yeah, but Powerline's got the move, man. If Michael Jackson and Prince had a baby, it would be Powerline.
stay safe, stay comfy, stay hydrated, stay healthy. Be good to each other. And we'll see you all next time. Peace.